crafty friends. Happy Woolly Wednesday. Today is January 27th. We're almost all the way through January. The time just flies. It just flies. How are y'all? I'm super tired. Just in the interest of full disclosure, I'm exhausted. I have been so tired and just like probably more mentally exhausted than physically exhausted, and I'm not really sure why, but I'm just not quite with it this week. So that's where I'm at. I hope y'all are in a better mental place than I am. I'm just going to turn this around so I can show you my mug. So not every mug is designed so that you can see it from both sides, and it makes me sad because I'm a right-handed person, and so I want to hold my mug in my right hand, but then you can't see my mug. So the cats are going to play with the door. Yay. So yes, how are y'all? I hope you're having a great week. We are halfway through the week, so we are halfway to getting another one down in the books. The stuff that keeps coming to mind to talk about is actually all floss tubey stuff. So I'm trying to separate the Knitcasty stuff from the floss tubey stuff. And yeah, the cats are having fun today. It's just that kind of day. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but it's super gloomy outside. There's like no sunlight, so this whole side of my face is just in the dark. I really have to figure out lighting. I think the cats are in a more playful mood because I had the door cracked, so now it's like a super secret, like, let's run in there because we're not supposed to be in there kind of situation. So whatever. It is what it is. I do have some whips to show you. I have some stuff to show you today. Whips, and I have a couple of boxes of things. You can kind of see that sitting here. So let's get into it. I don't have a whole lot of updates other than I'm tired, and I apologize for the low energy. I just don't have it in me today. So, but I'll show you what I got. So let's start with the my temperature shawl here, and I am current on this. I actually just knitted yesterday's temperature this morning, so this is completely current through January 26th. I'll try to hold it up so you can actually see it. And the color is not coming out real great here, so there were 2 days of purple last week, or over the weekend, so that was exciting. I like that. So this is coming out pretty well. I'm weaving in my ends as I go. I mentioned the weave in Steven method. I need to put that link in the description in case anybody's looking for that. But I am weaving my ends in as I go. I did discover that if I try to weave in 2 ends at the same time, it's a little too thick, and you can actually kind of see it spacing things out and making them stiffer on the front side. So I'm not going to weave 2 ends together going forward. I'll only weave in 1 at a time. So if that means I have to carry the thread a little bit, try to lean back so I can actually get some light. If that means that I have to carry a thread for a row or 2 so that I can get to a place where I can weave it in more smoothly, then I'll do that. So that's what we have right now. The light is really awful. I apologize in advance because I have some awesome stuff I'm going to show you, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. So that is my temperature shawl. I also have the cord on that is really long. I also have my my SLOCAD, my Secret Life of Cats and Dogs, with from Casapinka, using my Ruby and Roses Advent set. So that is what that's looking like. You can see this a little bit better, I guess, because the colors are lighter. So I believe last week I was just starting on this lighter colored section up here. I'm going to try to hold it closer so you can maybe see the detail. So there were some slippies. I can't hold this. I can't hold it and see it at the same time. Okay. Maybe you can see. So at the top here, okay, I can't see where I'm pointing. Anyway. Between the red section and the gray section, there were some slip stitches that created this really kind of pretty V pattern. Those were or actually it's not just slip stitches, it was pulling loops up from by inserting the needle several rows down and then pulling a loop up, and I did that a couple of times. And then also some slip stitches once those were on the needle, and it created this really cool kind of pattern that hopefully you can see, that I like a lot. So that was a little confusing to start with, but once I got into it, it was pretty easy. So yeah, I liked the way that worked. I have a few more rows of stockinette to work on this. There we go, it's focusing a little bit. So I have a few more rows of stockinette to work on this, and then I'll be moving on to the next color. So that's really nice. And actually, the next section is gonna have more marling. And so I'm trying to show you the colors I'll be using for that. They're all stuck together. Everything is stuck together, okay. So these are this is the main color, and this is the color that will be marled in on the next section. So you can see there's not a ton of contrast, there's a little bit of contrast, so we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to stick with it because I don't want to expend the brain power to figure out a color that would be more contrasting, because the marling can be difficult to see anyway, so I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to go with the colors that I have. But these two colors will be for the next section. I like this color a lot. This one is, what is this? This is It's a Wonderful Life. So it's primarily that pale pink, but you can see it's got speckles of all different colors in it. Teal, pink, purple, blue, like all the different colors. So that's gonna be really fun. So yeah, so that's where we are with this. I'm actually gonna put a progress marker on this because I keep forgetting to do that. But you can see that's coming along nicely. It's a good long length. I'm not quite halfway through. I'm, I think 3 sections shy of being halfway through this, so that's gonna be a nice long shawl. Let me just put my little progress marker on here. I have a bunch of these little handmade bead progress markers or stitch markers that I got. I feel if the camera will focus. Focus. It's not gonna do it. Okay, anyway, you get the idea. I have a bunch of these that I purchased from Knit Crate. I usually wait for their double down days, and then I will buy little notions and stuff. Lately they haven't had yarn that I liked, so I have not purchased yarn from Knit Crate in quite a while. And I actually just skipped the February box and the March box. They had some kind of supply issue with the February Knit Crate, so they're going to be shipping the February yarns in March and the March yarns in February. It was a little confusing, but either way, I didn't like either of the yarns that were available. So part of it is they've moved to they're doing some chunkier yarns, like worsted weight and heavier, and I'm just not about it right now. I'm finding that when I work with the worsted weight and heavier weights that I already have on hand, I am not enjoying it. I really like fingering and sock weights. I like the really small yarn. So I'm not purchasing heavier weights. Hold on a second, because Loki is getting curious. Loki, hey. Life with cats. Yeah. Okay. What was I saying? So yeah, they're doing a lot of heavier weight yarns, and I just don't enjoy working with the heavier weight yarns, so I'm going to continue skipping them until they get to either a heavyweight yarn that I really like. There are a couple of sweater patterns that I'm looking at that call for heavier weights, like chunky or Aran weight or something like that. So there's a couple of sweater patterns that I'm looking at doing at some point in the future, and if they happen to bring about a yarn that looks really nice, that is in the right weight, then I might go ahead and get one of those heavier weight Knit Crates. But until or unless they start bringing back fingering weights in colorways that I like, I won't be getting Knit Crate. It just is what it is. So so now I have my little progress marker on there, words. So yeah, but I do like, they do have cute little notions, and the notions are super inexpensive, especially if you stay on Knit Crate as a member. Even if you skip your crates, you can get the double down days, and you can get these like super cheap, because I think they're only $1.50 or something regular price, and then I get them on double down, so then they end up being like 75 cents or something. So really inexpensive, and I like the little handmade beads. So that is SLOCAD. And last but not least, I have a new start and progress to show you. So this is a whip now. It was a new start last week. I already talked about this. Let me find the right side, because I'm going to put a progress marker on it. Okay. So this is my inauguration celebration shawl. This is another casapinka pattern, and I am probably close to 2/3 of the way through the first section. So there's 3 sections of knitting, and I'm about 2/3 of the way through the first section. And you can see I have a lot of different colors going on. So down here at the bottom, I started with the gray from Mixtape. These individual colors that came with Mixtape don't have specific names. They were just part of the Sweet Dreams color group for the Mixtape cal that MCal that Paisley Pearl Yarns did over the fall, like starting in September last year, I think. So this is the gray. It's hard to distinguish from this next color, but we've got a little bit of gray here at the bottom. This is that white speckle, sort of a botanical speckle, because we've got that blue and green, little pops of pink in there. I kind of think of it as like a hydrangea speckle. And then this is the Snuggie colorway from the White Elephant MCal that Forbidden Fiberco did. So I really like that color. It's sort of pinky purple. And then this next color is the lighter mauve that I got from the Mixtape Sweet Dreams mini set. So you can see I've just started that darker mauve, and I'm trying to decide now. I really like the difference in textures between the 2 different yarn types that I've used so far. So the Paisley Pearl yarn is fluffier. It's softer. I think it's it might be a single. No, it's not a single, because I can see that it's wound around itself. But regardless, it has a fluffier overall texture than the Forbidden Fiberco yarn. The yarn bases are slightly different, and I like the difference in the appearance and the texture. So I kind of want to go, at least until I run out of these 2 types of minis, I kind of want to go back and forth between the two bases. So I had originally planned on doing this lighter purple mauve kind of color, and then doing the darker one, the burgundy, right after it. But what I may actually do is pick one of the other White Elephant colors and do it after this this lighter mauve color, and then do the dark burgundy after that, and then go back to another Forbidden Fiberco, just so I can have that difference in texture and feel, because I kind of like that. So it's hard to see that there's a little bit of pattern in here. It's like it ends up being like 4 rows of garter stitch, and then there's some fun slippy stitch stuff happening, which creates some really interesting texture. So I'm really enjoying that. It's a super fast, it works up super fast. You can see I haven't worked on it a ton. So I think on inauguration day, I actually may have started on this color, but I've stitched on it a couple times, knitted on it a couple times since then, and gotten all the way up there. So I finished this skein of Snuggie. That's the last of the Snuggie. There is no more Snuggie. And then I have started this next color, and I have quite a bit of it. I may actually end up finishing out this section of the shawl in this color. We'll have to see just how much yardage I get out of it, but it's working up very quickly. Part of it is because you're extending the row each time, so the rows are really short right now. They're going to get much longer. But yeah, so I'm enjoying that. So that's a new start and a whip. So that's everything that I've been working on knit-wise, knitting-wise. Yeah, I'm trying to think. So at the moment, I still don't have specific plans as far as more knitting, just because I have plenty of projects on the needles right now. I don't need to add any more. In addition to these 3, I still have my Empower People bandana that I need to finish. And I have my glamping blanket with a big, thick, chunky yarn. And I have my Share and Show shawl go back to at some point. I also have my lace shawl, my, what is it, changing staircases shawl, using my beautiful paisley pearl yarn, and I have a sock. I have a sock started on some needles too that I need to get back to and actually finish it as a sock at some point someday. So I have quite a few whips, so I don't have any more plans for new starts quite yet. Fortunately, I don't get the itch to start something new on knitting needles nearly as often as I do with cross stitching, so that's more convenient. So let's see, let's get into purchases, and then I will let you go because I don't have a whole lot more energy or a whole lot more stuff to show you. So let me try to get these things out of the way. So I think I mentioned this recently. Asylum Fibers, who did the fantastic 4-color set that I have shown you before. Okay, can we focus? Focus, okay. That I've shown you before that is actually stashed away that I can't reach right now. But that magenta and blue and purple set that I've shown you before, they have fantastic colorways. She's a fantastic dyer. I really, really enjoy her work. They did, in addition to the 4-color version for The Secret Life of Cats and Dogs, she also dyed a 24-color mini skein set for Secret Life of Cats and Dogs. They worked in conjunction. So this is the 24 mini skein set. She has recently re-released these. She's dyeing new ones. I believe she also has the 4-color set that I've shown previously available, probably for pre-order in her shop. So this arrived this week, and this is super fun. And can I just say, this box is awesome. So the box has a picture of her actual yarn on it, and that is just, it's just cool. I just love it. I love anything rainbow, but yeah, her logo is really cool too. So I don't know if we actually want to sit here and go through 25 skeins of yarn because it's a lot of yarn. But I do want to show you if I can get the box open. The box is really tight. It opened the other day, and now, oh, there it goes. Okay. So look. Okay. So it's wrapped up in some nice tissue paper. And then look at all the yarn. There's so much yarn in here, y'all. So, and this is like a fluffy, chunky kind of base. It is fingering weight. It's fingering / sock weight, 80 yards, 20 grams, 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% silver lurex. So I don't know if you can tell, but there's just the teeniest little bit of shine, which is going to be super fun when I knit this up, I think. And I like the way this lurex is actually wound in. So a lot of times when you see the, what is it called? Stellina. A lot of times when you see the stellina fiber in your yarns, the stellina is actually like sticking out. It's like these little, focus please. Okay. It's like these, I don't know, it's just really stringy and it just kind of sticks out all over the place. It's not woven in tightly with the rest of the fiber, and I don't really like that sort of like stringiness everywhere. I don't know how to explain it, but the lurex is actually like a very thin fiber that, at least in this particular base, is actually wound in with the rest of the fibers, with the wool and everything. So that looks really nice. It looks really smooth, which I appreciate. I really like that. So it is a fluffier base than I had expected. So this is not going to be nearly as thin and smooth, I think, as the forbiddenfiberco. But that might also be because it's got a little bit more nylon and because of the lurex, the silver lurex in there. But it looks really cool. Actually, this is a 25 skein mini set. So the other really cool thing is these are not... I don't believe the colors are named individually, but what she has done is on the label here, so it says Stardust Mini. So Stardust is the base that comes with the lurex, but it says Advent 2020, and we've got color 25. So she has numbered all of these. So it's going to be super easy when I go to knit with these to actually pick it up by number and knit it in color order. So that's going to be really fun. It also came with this really awesome sticker, which I love. So we're going to kind of go backwards with the colors because the top of the box is 24 or 25. So, and I'm just going to kind of hold these up so you can see them. I'm not going to go through every one because we'll be here for an hour going through all 25 colors. So this one is 25. It's super bright pink. And then we've got a little bit more purple coming in. I need green balance in my camera because you can't see the colors as well as you should. This is color 23. So we're getting a little bit more blue, a little bit more purplish. This is 22. So you can see this is going to be a really nice kind of fade situation. Then this is 21. So there's just enough difference between the different skeins. And now we've got a lot more purple, a lot more blue. So 20, 21, 20. And this one is 19. That one looks like a starry night, doesn't it? That's so pretty. And then now the colors are a little bit mixed up. That was, okay, that was 19. So here's here is 18, getting darker and more blue. That's 18. Here's 17. This one introduces a little bit of green. This one looks like the earth in space, doesn't it? The blue and the green. It's really nice. 17, 16. Where's 16? Here is 16. We got blue, a lighter blue, and a little bit of that dark purple. 15. Okay, so I am going through each one of these, never mind. We're getting a little bit lighter with the blues. I'm gonna have to try to take a color of all these laid out because you can't appreciate it without being able to see all of them at one time. This is 14. This is a really nice one. So this has a little bit of teal in it, and it's hard to see the teal because my camera won't pick up the green. But it's a lighter blue with some teal worked in. This one is really nice. I like this. So this is a more electric blue. It's got more green in it than it's showing up on camera, but it's really pretty. So that's 13, 12, where's 12? It's 11. This must be 12. This is 12. That's really pretty too. All of these colors are gorgeous. I love them. And it's going to make a very squishy something because the yarn is quite squishy. It's thick and squishy. So that's going to be really fun. I love this color. I love the blues. I love all the colors. Okay, so now we're getting into lighter blues with more green, and you can't see the green, and I apologize for that. They're still really gorgeous colors. This one's kind of like a sea glass ocean sort of feel to it. So that's 11, 10. Is this one? That's 9. Here's 10. We're getting even more seaweed ocean vibes in here, but you can't get the green. 9. Greener still. This one's really pretty too. This is like a deep tea with lighter blues and some dark purple mixed in. It's really nice. 8. This one is green, sea green. But it's really tonal. It's got lighter tones, darker tones. Very nice. So that was number 8. 8, 7. And this one is a brighter green. You can actually see some of the green in this one. So that was 7. This is 5. This must be 6. This is 6. Really pretty. And this one's got some like neon greens in it, some dark greens. And now a 5. Now we're getting some yellow in here. So we've got some browns and greens, light greens, dark greens. little bit of yellow tones. This is 4. This is getting much more yellow. So we have greens, but also some light browns with the yellow coming in there. And then 3. Getting much more yellow, so this is actually closer to a tan or brown. And that was 3. And this color is 2. Just the barest hint of green. It's more green than it's showing on camera. And then last but not least, at number 1, which is yellow. This yellow is really pretty. I like that. Very nice. So that is the entire set. And if I can... So there are all the yarns. Lots and lots of yarns. So... Hopefully that didn't make you seasick. The only thing I will say is I'm kind of sad that there's no orange, but I think with the way that she's designed the colors and the way they work into each other, I think it's totally fine. So she starts with the yellow, moves into green and blue, and then purple, and then pink all the way at the end. So there's no red and there's no orange, but I think it's a really fantastic fade. Going from one end to the other, and I'm super excited to find something that's going to make use of all these beautiful colors. So let me see if I can get them back into the box. Actually, let me pause this and do that because it's going to take me a minute. Okay, so that is all the colors back in the box. As I said, I think these are still available, probably for pre-order. I don't know for certain. I haven't looked at the site since I ordered mine. I will say, though, these are a bit spendy, as Michelle G would say. They are a bit spendy, but there are some options for splitting up that cost into a couple different payments. I did a PayPal payment or something like that, which made it much more affordable. So that's an option for you. So just FYI. So these are, as far as I know, still available. I think they were so popular that she decided to re-dye them, and I'm super happy that she did, because when she had extras after the advent was over, I was like, I don't think I should spend that much money right now. So I didn't buy them, and then when I found out later, a month or 2 later, that she had re-released them for pre-sale, I was like, yes, please, especially when I found out that there was a payment plan. So and that payment plan is like through PayPal or through Afterpay or something like that. It's not through Asylum Fibers, just FYI. It's one of those third-party setups, but it's an option for those of us who use PayPal and things like that. So that's Asylum Fibers. Those are so pretty. Definitely gonna have to find a really nice fade shawl or something like that to use those with. Okay, so the last thing I have for you today is actually just a tease because I'm not going to open it right now. I'm going to do a separate video that I will probably be posting, I would think, Monday, maybe. I did miss Miscellaneous Monday this past Monday. Actually, that's 2 Mondays in a row, I think. I have things that I want to film, and I just haven't been able to get time to film them, to have the time and energy and ability all at the same time. You know how that goes. But I'm hoping to film an unboxing for this because I think I'll be opening it starting next week. So I want to do an unboxing video before I start opening it. But before I keep talking, I mentioned a while back that Forbidden Fiberco decided to do a yarn Valentine's box. I can't remember what this box is called. I'll try to link it in the description box. But it's basically a bouquet of yarn. I've only opened this up enough to see that there's enough to make it worth unboxing specifically. So I really don't know what's in here other than the fact that there's supposed to be a bouquet of yarn. Wrapped up yarn into little flower-like packages so that you can open them one at a time. But this is the box that it came in. This is my Forbidden Fiberco Be My Valentine box, I want to say it's called, something like that. It's super cute. So it says special delivery to you, EWE, from Forbidden Fiberco. And I have to say, Adam was a little miffed because EWE is how we refer to each other when we're talking. When I say I love you, when he says I love you. So he's like, somebody else is using my pet name for you, and I'm like, it's yarn. It's because it's sheep. But his reaction to that was kind of funny. So, but anyway. So my Forbidden Fiber Co. Be My Valentine box is here. I'm going to do an unboxing for this that I'll post separately, probably as a miscellaneous Monday. So you'll see that soon. And then I think these are set up to open one a day until Valentine's Day, starting February 1st. But I'm not 100% positive. I'll know better after I unbox it. So it's here. This will be coming soon. I'm very, very excited to see what Forbidden Fiber Co. has done. Because Leanne always comes up with these fantastic colorways and these really creative, not only really creative names, but just like the ideas behind the names, the inspirations for the names. So I'm really excited to see what she'll be doing for Valentine's Day. Just to be like, generally speaking, I don't do a lot of Valentine's Day stuff. So this box is only because it's yarn. I don't really do, I'm not one of those people that gets super into Valentine's Day for a lot of different reasons. One of the biggest ones being that, you know, I feel like it's important to show the people that I love them all the time, not just on one particular day. And that's not to say that Adam and I don't, you know, do dinner. We probably won't go out to dinner this year because of COVID and everything. We might try to do something special here at home, like make a fancy dinner or something like that. But, you know, we generally do something to commemorate the day because we're a couple and why not? But we don't go overboard, and I usually don't get way into Valentine's Day. So, like I said, I feel like it's important to show the people you love that you love them all the time, not just on one particular day. But also, I spent a lot of years being really unhappy about everybody else having a partner and me not having a partner. So I still remember those days, and I know that there's a lot of people out there that Valentine's Day makes them feel bad. I don't want anybody to feel bad. So this is a Valentine's Day box, but it's not really... I'm not doing it for Valentine's Day. I'm doing it because it's a box. Because I love yarn. So yeah, I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but yeah, so I guess it's just for you folks out there who are not into Valentine's Day, I'm right there with you. I don't want you to think that I'm like super, you know, write Valentine's Day cards to all my friends kind of person. I'm not. But I love Forbidden Fiber Co. And I want to say that Michelle G opened a similar box. I don't remember if it was from Forbidden Fiber Co. or if it was from a different dyer last year. But I just love the whole idea of a bouquet of mystery yarns. It just sounds so fun. So anyway, I think these are also still available. I love the fact that Forbidden Fiber Co. makes sure, even with all the crazy mail stuff that's going on, they make sure to send this so that it gets to you in plenty of time. My Christmas box, my... White Elephant box got here like a month early, just to make sure that it was here before December 1st. And I think that was also because not only was she shipping the White Elephant boxes for knitting or for the yarn boxes, but she was also preparing the Crowned Winter boxes, and she needed to make sure that the Crowned Winter got out in plenty of time, which it also got here in plenty of time. So kudos to Forbidden Fiber Co. and Leanne and her team for being able to manage all of the logistical stuff behind that, and you know, the fact that even with all the craziness with the postal system and getting things delivered, I still got this box in plenty of time. So I'm very excited about that. I just have to give them kudos, because that takes a lot of planning and effort on the part of a business person to make sure that something of this scale is going to get shipped in time for people to open it when they're supposed to open it. So that's super fun. Let's see, what else is coming up? I already said I don't really have specific plans going on right now for more knitting other than continuing on the projects that I have. But I do, and I can't remember if I did mention this last time, my Little Bish's Stitches yarn club is on its way. It's on its way. So Heike has already opened hers. If you follow her, Stone Cold Coffee Crafts, on Instagram, she has already posted what they look like. I am trying desperately not to get spoiled. So, but I know that they're on the way. The yarns are on the way. I'm super excited. Heike says I'm going to love them. And I trust Heike's judgment, especially. She and I are like really simpatico when it comes to yarn colorways and things like that. We have very different taste when it comes to, or not very different, but we do have some different taste when it comes to cross stitch and things like that. But when it comes to yarn dyeing and things like that, we are like right on vibe with each other. So I'm really excited to see what those are going to look like, because she says I'll like them. So, so that's it for now, folks. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. I hope your week is going well. I hope you're taking care of yourself and getting plenty of rest. And just remember to stay hydrated. I'm going to try to stay hydrated. That might be part of my problem. Make sure to take your meds if you need them, and make sure to remember that good enough is good enough. I'll see you next time.